There was some other good news. I know you guys saw this because we had it in the docket. Kanye West. He's
Oh
been
yeah, he
quiet about
donated.
everything, but he donated $2 million to
Yep.
basically pay college tuition for George Floyd's daughter. So he hasn't really said much on the topic. I've got an article up here from CNN if you want to read along on the YouTube. But
He
basically,
also donated to black businesses too, like in Chicago,
yeah.
which is pretty dope as well.
Well,
So
he was
shout
out
out to
there.
Kanye.
I think you guys might have sent that to me on Instagram. He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
out
yeah, I saw it too. He was out there.
Hmm.
there. Just hey, look at he had that dad bod going. He's chubby Kanye right now.
Yeah, incognito.
Incognito indeed, man.
Honestly, man, I know like I talk or people talk like a lot of shit about Jordan being quiet and stuff, but he did something big too. The Jordan brand, he donated like 100 mil, I think 100 mil in the next like decade for causes like this. So I thought that was huge for Jordan to speak out and do that. So because he's always usually quiet and he doesn't really say much when it comes to stuff like this, but the fact that he's using his platform and his money to like make a change is I think it's pretty dope.
For sure.
Right. I mean, I think it's kind of like a, I don't know, maybe what's the saying, double-edged sword, or whatnot, or I don't know, maybe I don't. But what I'm trying to say is, I think that sometimes you don't really have to say anything. Like it kind of just like it goes with your actions, and like Kanye, like that's what's up that he did that. Like he doesn't. Like I don't think that he has to say anything now. Like he did the most with that.
Hmm.
I mean, because no one else was thinking to even do that. Like he got to it first. Boom, bam. I mean, $2 million, man. That guy's gonna have a pretty good education.
Oh yeah.
Uh, he can go anywhere.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, that's beautiful. And like there are a lot of like silent donors to the cause and shit like that. And so like I see a lot of people on Twitter and a lot of people on YouTube or whatnot in the comments, or in the tweets and shit, being like, yo, well, why isn't so and so doing this, or why aren't they doing that? It's like, yo, like they don't have to, like I mean, well, you asking why on social media isn't gonna
Right.
change anything.
I agree
Especially
with you on that.
someone, yeah, like that makes no sense to me. So, and sometimes I get on Twitter or whatnot, especially on Twitter. I'll be like, well, what are you doing? Like to get back at because people are just I don't know they're like kind of just doing shit for clout. But yeah, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. People are human, man, and definitely like you said, I agree. Like don't get mad because people aren't responding as quick as you want. And I think that's the issue. People are getting,
Right.
like, oh, how come
But
this
you don't
person
even
not
know what
responding
people are
fast?
doing.
Like, yeah, like everybody else, but you don't know what they're actually working on and what they're doing. So you got to just be patient with people. So that's one thing I want to say to the listeners and viewers out there.
Yeah, let people gather all their information. You don't want to. I mean, think of it this way too. I mean, there's info overload. If you keep
Mm.
spitting out a ton of messages, after a while, it's like, all right, it kind of loses its meaning. So, I think people are putting together like their one major, response, and I think people do it in different ways. They either come out and just flat out have a speech, or they'll craft it into like a story, storytelling to kind of demonstrate, the perspective.
Hmm.
But I also wanted to get into Obama coming in and having the town hall because that was another thing I thought was, again, he's speaking to the people. People
Right.
want
I
somebody to
mean,
talk to of legitimacy that will tell them, hey, everything's going to be all right. So I mean, again, I've said before, I wasn't the biggest fan. I wasn't like anti-Obama, but I was just kind of when he was a president. But as a leader, as somebody that has spoken up, I'm consistently impressed. So we'll go ahead and pull up some of this.
I mean, like especially compared to what we have now. It's kind of
Yeah,
weird that he even has to do this.
right. And I mean, it's almost like it's necessary, right? Like
Right. Yeah.
somebody's got to do it. He's the one that's just actually doing it, which is crazy to me. Not that I wouldn't expect him to do that because he's been a great leader, but the fact that it's almost like he does have to, like you said.
Right. It's kind of sad that he has to though.
Yeah.
I want to speak directly to the young man.
Then he just continues. It was a pretty long town hall, but if you guys want to check it out, you can Google it. It'll be out there.
Yeah, it's everywhere, man. But
Now,
yeah, that's so wild that like like we were saying earlier that he has to kind of like do that, and like it's good that we still have like a former president that will speak up on it, even I'm sure like the stigma, but he doesn't. What's good about it? He doesn't have to worry about votes or anything now. He's good,
right. I mean,
And
like
that tells you what kind of person he is. He's a strong leader. Like you said, he doesn't have to do any of this, but he's stepping up because he has a natural leadership ability. He knows, like, okay, our current, administration, they really don't care for the people. At least they're not showing it, like in good ways. So he's stepping up to the plate, so I think that's dope.
I appreciate everybody that actually does go out and, try to get involved. I know you guys have been very involved. I can't understand the people that are doing it just to kind of get attention. And I'm sure, I don't know if you guys saw any of that when you were out there, those several times, but I don't want to give these people press, but I do kind of want to criticize them for a second because this is the wrong way to do it.
This girl is making her boyfriend take a picture of her in front of a smashed T-Mobile.
What are you doing?
Oh my god.
Yeah, so many of these going around. Videos.
I saw one like some girl like
Coachella
drilling some shit.
Oh yeah, the drill. Yeah, she grabbed the dudes, the actual construction worker. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, like what the fuck? What's wrong with people, man?
Clout, man. Off for clout.
Thank you so much. Gets in the car and drives away. They got their license. And then he gets into the car with the mask still on. What are you doing?
Oh,
all right.
Yeah, man, that's very unfortunate, man.
That's just sad.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, man.
Now, ways you can help. I know that you guys have been very involved, so I'll give you guys a little bit of a stage. What I did was I went to 8can'twait.org, looked up Houston, sent an email to the mayor. I think it also had the ability to tweet, send a tweet. Just, any way you can, try to make an impact. But I know you guys have been involved and you've sent things, obviously, between the group chat that I've also looked into. But what are some other ways people can get involved? Jack, I know you actually had somebody have you on a podcast recently, so I know you have plenty to say on the topic.
Yeah, definitely. So first and foremost, you got to keep having conversations behind closed doors and holding people accountable, for the long run. So that's one thing. Also, signing petitions. Try to sign like 10 or 15 a day if you can. Like, it's really easy, read the actual, what the petition is actually about, and then just, you can go through them that way. Also, I'm working on actually a project right now where it's going to be kind of like a master list of all resources, like in one. I don't want to say too much about it, but that's something that I'm actually excited about, so you can see like, the reforms and legislation, the voters, candidates. So we're going to be diving deep on that. What else? Also, like just having like historical, history about the Black community as well. So I feel like you have to actually know what we're about to kind of get a better understanding. So we're going to have like, movies on there, books, articles, just all kinds of things. So you get to know like that actual history. But once again, just keep spreading awareness, keep donating if you can. Something that's really going to help is donating to actual like Black, owned like businesses, and actually going there too and spending your dollar there versus somewhere else. Like, for example, me and my friends went to Washington, right? Like Truck Yard. And it was cool, but it's like, all right, I really didn't want to be there, but I was there for like a little bit. And then we actually ended up at Seaside, which was dope. It was like my first time going. It was very chill. We just spent all our money there. And I'm like, okay, we got to start doing more stuff like this, because we got to help the community in like every way we can. So that's some of my like thoughts on everything, as far as like continue to help out. Just do all you can where you can. If you see somebody actually like saying something wrong, educate them. You got to stand for something like at all times, even if you're like one deep, So.
James, isn't Seaside the spot you always talk about that we went to that one time?
Did we go there?
I think so.
Like,
right?
It basically it seemed like a hookah spot. I mean, with dope music, you know.
It's pretty. I think we did. I've been there. I've been there many times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
We should try and get a remote.
Because it used to
Weirdness,
be a
right?
restaurant.
We should try to
It used to be
shoot
a
for a
restaurant.
remote there. A remote.
that should be too loud for that shit. That should be too
Oh no,
packed.
we couldn't do that. Nah, it's people in there like
They be
vibing.
out there. What y'all doing? What the hell y'all doing? All kind of shit.
Come
like
on, man. They can tell us. They can tell us their side, their
You
story.
know what's interesting about Seaside though?
Random
that. It'll be
dockets.
all kinds of fucked up.
Open mic on the docket.
Man, you'll have
You
niggas
know-
freestyle on that shit.
Yeah. You know something else was like interesting about it? It was a lot of people visiting from out of town. Like a lot actually. Like from LA, Memphis. So I was, we talked to people and stuff, and it was just interesting. Everybody wasn't from there. They were just visiting,
Houston's
from other.
open, so everybody's just coming out here.
I guess so, because I'm like, damn, Memphis, in this place, like, it's wild.